and therefore prepared for Fournette's absence. It's not something that came up this morning.
And it was interesting, when we saw him, he did not participate, like you said, and I thought perhaps he had gone through everything on Thursday and they were giving him another day of rest on that ankle. But
start in place of Fournette. That's a handoff to Ivory on first down, and George Iloka comes up to make the tackle after a gain of 3. Second down and 7, and Bortles completes this pass at the 38-yard line, all at the 40-yard line. And it's a handoff to Corey Grant, and he takes it up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5. Ivory now at running back for second down and 5. Jaguars wearing their teal uniforms for the first time in 4 years. It's a screen pass to Mercedes Lewis. Makes a nice move and takes it to the 49-yard line. It'll be about a half-yard shy of a first down, which is 21st in the NFL. Bohannon, the fullback. Ivory, the running back. It's Ivory, and Ivory has the first down for Jacksonville. Not on the injury report this week. Suspended for the infraction of team rules. It's Corey Grant trying the left side, and Grant is hit hard by the safety Sean Williams.
The next best 5 players out there.
Play action, Bortles steps up, now he'll keep it. Angling toward the sideline and dives down at the 46-yard line. Once a carry in his career, best of any quarterback since Bortles entered the league. This is third down and 6. Bortles over the middle, wide open is Marquise Lee. First down and more as Lee is shoved out of bounds by Williams. 9th play of this opening drive. Jaguars trying to score again on their opening drive. Bortles gets caught by Keelan Cole, hit by Vontaze Burfict, and down at the 21-yard line. Second down and 3. TJ Yeldon stuffed. Chris Smith, the former Jaguar, getting in the backfield. The ball came out and the Bengals have it.
Block, and here another block right at the point of attack. And once they miss those blocks, it's a contested handoff, and TJ Yeldon coughs the ball up. And an ex-Bengal, an ex-Jaguar rather, who's used to these guys in practice, Chris Smith, makes the big play.
First fumble recovery this season by Cincinnati. And they start this drive on the ground.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 91, defense, taunting. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. It's his first unsportsmanlike toward the potential disqualification.
Penalty takes the ball to the 42 on first and 10. And it's Mixon again. And 8:10 to go, first quarter. 2 on the play clock. Dalton to the air, and that pass is caught by Mixon.
Package, Dante Fowler comes in, and really good at pass rushing.
Dalton, quarterback keeper up the middle. He doesn't get there. Huber to punt it away. On his 9th season with the Bengals, the lefty punting to Mickens, who calls for a fair catch at the 15-yard line. So Leonard Fournette, who did not have a fumble all season, is watching as TJ Yeldon fumbled the last offensive play. This is Chris Ivory, who has a history of fumbling, but
380.
They fake the handoff. Bortles, nice touch pass to Lewis. Mercedes Lewis cuts back into Cincinnati territory and shoved out of bounds by Darquez Denard. 5 completions of at least 25 yards. Last week they had 4 against the Colts. Another big one here as Ivory is shoved out of bounds. Second down and 10. Bortles is 5 out of 5 for 79 yards. Back to the air here. Checks it down to Ivory, and he can't get away from Burfict. Jags are 2 for 2 on third downs, but this is a 3rd and 12 from the 45-yard line. Bortles, what a catch! What a grab by Keelan Cole inside the 20, and a first down for Jacksonville.
The speed guys do, they run, they get open. They don't turn around and make Spider-Man type catches where he just sticks a hand up and it comes back down.
The Jags are in the red zone where they're 6th in the NFL this year. And off to Yeldon, and Chris Smith, who forced the fumble on Yeldon, makes the tackle.
The single high, and that's what we mean by single high, is one safety back deep in the middle.
Bortles has to get rid of it, hit as he threw it, and it's incomplete. His first incompletion today. Tennessee has gone longer. 3rd down and 7. Bortles from the shotgun. Pass is deflected and dropped for an interception. Oh wow, Sean Williams had it in his hands. And
got to get it over the defense at least.
32-yard field goal attempt for Josh Lambo in his second game as a Jaguar, and it's good. Amazon Prime Video. Josh Lambo kicks it away. Erickson moves up to the 7-yard line. He'll be on the return here across the 20 and takes it to the 26-yard line where Andy. 1st down and 10 with Joe Mixon, the running back. And it is Mixon across the 30, head of steam, and runs right into Telvin Smith. Dalton, play action. Has time, now rolling left and just throws this one away. Darius continues to watch from the sideline. It's 3rd down and 3. Dalton over the middle. It's caught for a 1st down. That's the rookie Josh Malone making the catch. A gain of 13. Dalton taking a deep shot down the field, and A.J. Green was down there, but it's out of bounds. C.J. Uzomah in motion. It is Mixon, and he is taken down. Dalton in trouble, rolling right, throws on the run. And along the sideline, that's a catch by A.J. Green, but short of a 1st down. Battle on our entire NFL on CBS crew. It's Huber punting away to Mickens, who awaits the kick at his own 10-yard line. Mickens lets it go. Great coverage by Erickson downfield. He is principal who made the trip about 250 miles here to Jacksonville to be on the field before the game.
So many kids do get bullied. Getting that awareness out there that it's not right is an impactful message.
2nd down and 4. Bortles to the air. Trying to squeeze one in, and it's incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the running back.
A false count showed that they're coming on the blitz.
Here they come. Bortles. It's deflected and still caught. But a nice break for Jacksonville as it goes right to Lee. Bortles to Ivory with room to run. Ivory across the 30. Ivory down the sideline, spinning his way close to midfield.
59. 59.
Longest catch this season by Chris Ivory. And Ivory with 171 yards of offense to just 37 for the Bengals. Delayed handoff to Yeldon. Spins away at the line of scrimmage. Gets to the 44. Well, it will be 3rd down and 4.
Surprised they don't get up more often with getting bent and twisted, but Montez looks like he's okay on the sideline.
He's out for this 3rd and 4 play. Bortles completes it for a 1st down. Once again, only missed one play. Ivory, the running back, on 1st and 10. Bortles rolling right. Now wants to come back the other way. Gets away, takes a big shot. Wide open is Lewis, but they could not connect.
You know, the one we drew up at 2 a.m. should have worked.
Geno Atkins hit Bortles. Here's Ivory with some nice running inside the 30. Now he's got the 25 and smacked down by Vigil at the 20 after a gain of 15. He's an high 47 yards, so he's already moving closer to that. Here's a quick pass to Marquise Lee and Michael Johnson among the many Bengals to wrap him up.
Look like he's limping or doing anything like that, so you can tell that there's something wrong with him physically.
They don't have a lot of depth on the offensive line either. Yeldon has the carry to the 15. Another timeout.
Double A-gap look, blitz, they drop out.
Bortles completes it to Lee at the 9. And with that spot, well, they say he wasn't down. They'll give him the 1st down now for sure to the 10-yard line. Play clock, it's 1st and goal. Bortles to Ivory. Ivory at the 10. Ivory to the 5 and dives toward the pylon. They have it 2nd and goal from the 3. Bortles fade pass for Lee out of bounds. Too high, incomplete. Down and goal. Bortles slant, caught, touchdown! Marquise Lee! And he punched the ball into the stands.
The final thing is, who knew that Marquise Lee kicked with his left foot? He punted that ball in. But it's a deliberate play. You get a nice rub route from the outside.
He had gone 8 straight games without a touchdown. Finally finds the end zone here in 2017. And the extra point by Josh Lambo is good. It was her husband, Master Sergeant Raleigh Rogers, who just returned from a 6-month deployment in Afghanistan. They got a huge hand as Alex Erickson returns the kickoff to the 21-yard line. He's an illness. He is questionable to return. Mixon on first down. And Mixon picks up a couple, but not much doing against this Jacksonville defense. Dalton 3-step drop over the middle of Croft. He's got it at the 40 and spins away. Croft into Jacksonville territory. Chased by Puzluzny. A stiff arm, and Puzluzny finally brings him down. It's a gain of 58 for Tyler Croft.
Got 2 big injuries. Dante Fowler and Miles Jack, both coming off very slowly. A big run after the catch.
One play more than the entire day of offense for Cincinnati. First down and 10. It's Mixon at the 15. Mixon to the 10. And he's tackled at the 9-yard line by Paul Puzluzny. Just in goal from the 9-yard line. 5 minutes to go first half. Mixon. He gets 2. Goal here from the 7-yard line. Out of the timeout. It is Mixon trying the right side to the 5. He dives and he's in for the touchdown. Joe Mixon puts the Bengals on the board.
And we got another flag, a little chatter after the play. And then we'll have a revelation on the penalty.
After the play was over, there was unsportsmanlike conduct by the offense number 71. That 15-yard penalty will be administered. This is his first in reference to potential disqualification.
Here's another look at the touchdown by Mixon.
Right there at the corner, untouched.
Marshall Kane, first NFL regular season game, playing today for the injured Randy Bullock, and the extra point is good.
So do you get the extra 15? Can you get the ball out to the 40-yard line?
Corey Grant backpedaling to his 5-yard line. He'll have some room to run. Penalty will help out Jacksonville. He's across the 30. Grant cuts back at the 40, and a flag is down from way behind the play.
During the return, holding, number 53 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
And that's on Blair Brown, the rookie linebacker from Ohio. Jaguars have 2 timeouts remaining. And it's Ivory to the 30. Season high 47 2 weeks ago in Indianapolis. On 2nd and 5, back to Ivory. And Ivory is thrown down for a loss. There's a flag down. Carlos Dunlap leading the charge against Ivory.
Now, I'm going out on the limb, defensive holding, because the offensive lineman can't get off to the next level.
Defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Clock is running as we approach 3:15 to go. Hand it off to Ivory again. Ivory tries to cut it inside. 2:40 to play. Play action. Bortles looking for a deep shot down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and Drake Kirkpatrick had the coverage. Jones is out there. So is Darquez Denard and William Jackson for 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. Bortles gets rid of it to Lewis. Lewis to the sticks, and he falls forward for the first down. He was down. Ball came out, but Mercedes Lewis was down. Good job by Andy on 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. Bortles rolling right. Chased by Vigil, and Bortles just throws this one away. Good player, you know something's bothering him as he came off the field last play, but he returns for 2nd down and 10. Play action. Bortles completes this one at midfield. That's his tight end, James O'Shaughnessy. Bengals defense has struggled final 2 minutes of the first half. It's 3rd and 4. Bortles, and that one is caught by Yeldon, stretches out for a first down. Nick Vigil makes the tackle.
They're in a little more of a hurry-up mode.
1 minute to go. They do have 2 timeouts. Bortles chased and throws it away. Back at the offensive coordinator for Jacksonville, calling the plays with 3 on the play clock. Bortles takes the snap. Lawson coming again. Bortles steps up, in trouble, throws, and it's dropped. Marquise Lee had it, juggled it, dropped it. The 6th drop this season by Marquise Lee, his 2nd of the day. 3rd and 10. Bortles over the middle to Yeldon. This time the Jaguars do not convert on 3rd down.
Kick the field goal because you could have got a first down if they jumped offside.
They're kicking it right from the start. Lambeau from deep. It's good! Josh Lambeau, a new career long, a 56-yard field goal. Jacksonville had seen enough of kicker Jason Myers. They brought in Lambeau. He bounces one at the 10. It's Erickson on the return. Erickson down at the 21-yard line. Football to start the 2nd half. They will just run it here with Mixon. And Doug Marrone. Oh, there's a fight behind the play. And here they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
A.J. Green.
Of the wide receivers, but to go behind him and
After the
headlock
play
him
was
like
over,
that.
there are personal fouls by both teams resulting in disqualification. Personal foul number 18 of Cincinnati. Personal foul number 20 of Jacksonville. Both players are disqualified.
And that's exactly what we've got here in the first half. Andy Dalton takes a knee. Loud boos from the Jacksonville fans who are still unhappy with the fact that their star defensive back, Jalen Ramsey, was ejected.
He got thrown out of the game when he didn't throw any punches. You know, he's getting punched and pummeled at the bottom of the pile, and he was really the victim.
Cincinnati gets the ball to start the 2nd half. Erickson to the 15-yard line.
By A.J. Green, who's normally one of the really, really good guys.
So expect to see more of Aaron Colvin at defensive back now in the 2nd half for Jacksonville as Dalton on 1st down completes it to Brandon LaFell.
You know, been a Super Bowl participant.
2nd down and 1. And Cincinnati with Mixon picking up the 1st down. Play action, Dalton to Croft. Croft, nice move at the 35, picks up the 1st down and more.
A 59-yarder, another big play right there, so Croft is picking up a little bit of the slack.
Mixon hit by Telvin Smith. There's Mixon across midfield, and Telvin Smith makes another tackle. Barry Church also.
It's almost every unit around the league.
3rd and 5. Dalton feeling the heat, gets away from Ngakoue. There's a flag down. Dalton on the run. Dalton trying to reach the ball forward before going out of bounds.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
First penalty this season on the left tackle, Cedric Ogbuehi. On 3rd and 15. Pressure coming again. Flag is down. One of the Jaguars lost his helmet.
Illegal use of the hands. Hands to the face. Number 71. Correction. Number 71. Offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
As Huber is out to punt. Mickens moving to his left. Lets it go. It's a short kick by Huber. And it takes a Cincinnati hop inside the 15-yard line. Jacksonville has the suspended infraction of team rules, and Jeremy Hill ruled out before the game with an ankle injury. On 1st down, it's Bortles on the move, and that pass is incomplete, but a flag comes in. Drake Kirkpatrick had the coverage.
And you come back down to
Pass
stem.
interference. Defense number 27. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Yeah,
Side with a defensive back.
might have been more open than that.
Mr. James. 12-yard penalty is Ivory. Stutter step into the 27-yard line. Kirkpatrick makes the tackle, and here we go again. Has changed, and I have to change with it. It's an interesting perspective from Perfect. He's usually pretty quiet. This is Corey Grant making some noise. 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, Jacksonville leads by 6. Bortles to the left side, and Bortles throwing a stiff arm at Clayton Fledgelen. Yards, it's 2nd and 4. And off to Yeldon. Yeldon trying to keep those legs moving, he does. Ball came out late, but they're saying that Yeldon was down, and he's down for a 1st down, 9-yard line with 9:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. Play action to Ivory. Bortles steps up, fires, and completes it at the 35. It's Marquise Lee with another Jacksonville first down, and a flag comes in late. The 17-yard line. Bortles wants more through the air and just throws this one down with Michael Johnson bearing down on him. One on the play clock. Bortles has to take the snap quickly. He does. Hands it off to Ivory. Ivory slips a tackle with the 10 and down at the 9-yard line. Further evaluation on his illness. 3rd and 2. Jags are 9 of 11 on third downs. Up the middle they go, and that is going to be right to the sticks for TJ Yeldon.
This is head coaching decision time. You've got 4th and less than 1.
25-yard field goal attempt. And Lambeau does just that, putting Jacksonville ahead by 9. Strong safety Sean Williams has a hamstring injury. His return is doubtful. That's why we saw Clayton Fedulum on that last drive. Erickson on the return. Nice move by Erickson to the 25. And Erickson finally taken down at the 33. It's of offense for Jacksonville, and as you said, just the 16 points. Giovanni Bernard, the first down carry, not going anywhere. Crowd making some noise here at Everbank Field. 2nd down and 11. Dalton in trouble, and down he goes. Malik Jackson and Telvin Smith flying into the backfield to bring down Dalton.
4 rushers here. They're giving you a look when they've got some extra guys, but they're going to back out of that.
First sack today for either team. Screen pass to Bernard and nothing doing. Jaguars, interestingly, brought in a lefty punter this week to practice just to help their return men get used to the spin of the lefty Huber. Here's Mickens on the return. Let's see if it paid off. And they reverse it to Grant. And there's a flag down as Grant's still going, cutting it back to the middle of the field and tackled at the 50. Oh, nifty play by Jacksonville. Let's see if it stands with the flag down.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 17 of the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
1st and 10 for the Jaguars from the 25. They start this drive on the ground with Ivory. And Ivory with some nice moves for a gain of 8. We've got to say, we've been here a number of times over the years. This is one of the better crowds we have seen in Jacksonville. They are into it today. Indian games are considered home games, but here in Jacksonville, they have really struggled. It's a big hit by Vontaze Burfict on Corey Grant.
They'll love it. Big 3rd downs converting. See if we can do it again.
3rd and 1 to the air. Another first down. This time it's Allen Hurns.
He continues.
Hand off to TJ Yeldon. Yeldon hit hard by guess who? Vontaze Burfict again.
Let's see if they'll pop one.
6 tackles today for Burfict. Yeldon again. This time not much doing. It'll be 3rd down. Final 90 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Bortles incomplete. Was looking for Keelan Cole. He was not ready for it, and out the Colts. Nortman did not have a punt until the 4th quarter. And here in the next game, Nortman doesn't have a punt till late in the 3rd quarter. There are 3 flags down on the field.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation by the kicking team. That penalty is declined. There's also holding, kicking team number 43. That penalty will be assessed. 4th down.
It's on the long snapper. We're aware of him in the scouting report. Nortman will have to kick it again. That was a beauty by Nortman. Erickson lets it go. Will go in the end zone. It does. And there's another flag back at the line of scrimmage.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 42. The result of the play is a touchback. The penalty will be administered half the distance to the goal. First down, timeout.
Cincinnati begins this drive at its own 10-yard line with Giovanni Bernard at running back. Andy Dalton to the air on first down to Bernard, hit right away by Paul Posluszny. There is a flag down.
There is no foul for roughing the passer, as there was holding by number 61 of the offense to propel the defender into the passer. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
1st and 15. Dalton in his own end zone. In trouble, and it's broken up. Dalton will hand this one off, And Mixon is tackled from behind by Marcel Darius, and that could be the final play of the third quarter. NFL on CBS Crew. It's 3rd and 9 for the Bengals from their own 10-yard line. Dalton looking deep down the field, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find the speedy rookie Josh Malone. 5th punt today for Kevin Huber from his own end zone. Good punt as Mickens drifts back to the 37-yard line. Mickens at the 45. Mickens still going. Now he's got some room. Mickens trying to get to the outside. He does at the 10. 5. Touchdown. J. Don Mickens. 63 yards. And they're going wild here in Jacksonville.
Down on the field before the game, and his assessment of Mickens is, well, he's more quick than fast. I think you may have to reassess that because he looked awfully fast there at the end of the play. But the quickness, we noticed it on the reverse when he had to hand it off. He looked like he had a big hole that time. That time, Joe DeCamillis let him do the job himself.
Opportunity here to return it. And the Jaguars have their first punt return for a touchdown in 2 years when Rashad Green brought one back for a score.
12 players.
That's right, Mr. Stanford. Erickson on the return had to battle the sun as he fielded it at the 5. Erickson to the 26-yard line. On offense without their star Deshaun Watson. Speaking of slow on offense, the Bengals have just 144 yards today. Trying to start this drive with something positive, and they do as Dalton completes it to Brandon LaFell. Jalen Ramsey both ejected in the second quarter for fighting. Mixon, nowhere to go. 40 yards of offense here in the second half with 2 on the play clock. 2nd and 16. Ngakoue coming, and down goes Dalton. Calais Campbell and Yannick Ngakoue both bringing down Andy Dalton to sit this one out. Cincinnati last 9 plays, minus 9 yards. Taking a deep shot here on 3rd and a mile. Incomplete. See what Mickens does this time. Took the last one to the house from the 15. And Mickens out to the 30. A nice return. For news here for Jacksonville is Cam Robinson, who left earlier with an ankle injury, is back in at left tackle to start this drive. Chris Ivory spins his way to the 35, and now Jacksonville will try to work as much clock as possible.
Right there, that play clock should be down to 5 before this ball is snapped. A little early by Blake Bortles right there.
Trying to set up a screen, dangerous pass, and it's incomplete.
Those guys came here, they looked at the young talent on this roster and said, we can do something here.
They take the play clock down here on 3rd and 6. Bortles completes it, and another Jacksonville first down picked up by Marquise Lee.
You can see the improvement from the beginning of the season to now.
Wants to throw it on first down. Looking deep down the field, and it's incomplete. Alan Hearns covered nicely by Dre Kirkpatrick. This doesn't seem like Doug Marrone to throw the ball on 2nd and 10, but they are for the 2nd straight time. And Jacksonville been amazing today on 3rd downs. 11 out of 15.
There's Mickens up top.
3rd and 2. Bortles, great protection. Now he's in trouble, throws it, and it's incomplete on the sideline.
2 games that he was active, but that's from the constant pounding and the commitment to running the football.
Nortman kicking to Erickson, trying to shield his eyes from the sun. Calls for a fair catch at the 15. Bengals offense have been stuck in neutral for most of the day. Looking to throw on first down, and the pass is deflected and incomplete. Andy Dalton is 2 for his last 7. Shovel pass, and what a tackle by Ngakoue. Who's out with an ankle injury. 3rd and 10. Cincinnati 1 for 7 on 3rd downs. Dalton over the middle, incomplete. So Cincinnati is now 1 for 8 on 3rd downs today. They'll punt it again with Mickens back deep. Short punt by Huber. Bounces at the 45, takes a Bengals hop. And it is down at the 30.
Ball game.
Last Jaguars drive was strange. It ended with 5 straight passes as they're trying to bleed down the clock. And here they started on the ground with Ivory, who's thrown for a loss. Jordan Willis. 2nd and 12. Bortles keeps it himself. And Bortles is tackled by Michael Johnson. 3rd and 7. Here come the Bengals. Iloka on a blitz, untouched. Bortles throws on the run and completes it. And he said it the whole game. If you watch the Jaguars-Colts game, you hear it. As Bortles wants to go back to the air, it's a screen pass to Bohannon. So we asked him. I don't think they have any Thursday night games.
Keep playing like this.
They will. How about Yeldon spinning away? TJ Yeldon. Another Jacksonville first down. 68 plays for Jacksonville on offense today to 36 for Cincinnati. Yeldon tripped up, but need a quick stop. Bortles barely got that snap off in time. He keeps it himself and slides down for another Jacksonville first.
You come to this division, get drafted in the 3rd round, probably won't start.
Yeldon
Dictating the course of the game for Cincinnati.
Ivory pounding it down. James and I will be with you on the call here for the NFL on CBS. 1st and 10 after they gave him the first down, and Ivory GM perspective as well. Dave Caldwell still the GM, but Tom Coughlin involved in all these decisions, and a man that you know very well, James, your former position coach in Green Bay.
And we ran into him at dinner on Friday night.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 55. Half the distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
Hasn't been the Jaguars' style. Remember, they ran a fake punt up big on the Ravens in London, and they're not taking a knee here. Is Ivory on the carry. Believable. 7 years, and they're finally 2 games over 500. On 2nd and goal, Ivory down to the 3 with 90 seconds to go. Ivory one more time. And Ivory down to the 1.
The punt return hero right there.
Got the offense on the field for 4th and goal. Out of movement. It was Wells that came in at right tackle for Parnell.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Best in the NFL. And now they're going to take a knee. And now Cincinnati will just take a knee, and that will be the final play of the game. This win ensures the Jaguars will have at least a share of the division lead through Week 9 for the first time since 2004. First win in Jacksonville this season for the Jaguars. And as we told you, for the first time since late in 2010, they are 2 games over 500. Final score, Jacksonville 23, Cincinnati 7.